It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Alrighty, welcome back. You are tuned in to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. It's your Wednesday morning. So good to be hanging out with you. So good indeed. Listen, some very interesting tech stories heading your way right now. We've heard about one of them, but we're staying on Earth and we're heading out into the final frontier as well. Space. So what's happening first, guys?
Doing a bit of both.
Okay, so let's hone in on one that just blew my mind this morning. A team of Israeli scientists at Tel Aviv University have become the first to successfully 3D print an actual heart using human tissue.
Sure.
Whew. So it's not full scale. It's like the Grinch's heart. It's two sizes too small, but it's roughly the size of a rabbit heart, but it is entirely complete with cells, blood vessels, ventricles, and chambers. And they put it in an awesome little square box like that. They're made out of perspex. They were able to make the heart using fatty tissue extracted from human subjects, which they reprogrammed into pluripotent stem cells. I hope I'm saying that right.
Wow.
And through a series of very complicated procedures, as you would imagine, and the prototype doesn't function fully yet, we stress. And the next step is to create a heart that behaves in the same way as a real heart, which they will test in animals. The hope is that within the next 10 years, the world's top hospitals will have organ printers able to routinely 3D print organs when needed for surgery. And you imagine, like, the heart sits at the pinnacle of all of that. So if they can achieve that, the other more basic, not to call any organ basic, but what they would be able to do, but that is immense.
I'm just thinking now, imagine.
I'm just seeing every sci-fi movie that I've ever watched that has like a...
You're going to go, the doctor's going to go there to a little like vending machine, and it's like, oh, we need a heart. Bam,
But then
done.
people are going to privately buy these things and start... Yeah, it's just
it will
crazy.
be limited to hospitals, but I think it's fascinating what they are doing with technology.
Quite
in terms
magical,
of,
man, yeah.
You know, with the human body as well. Hey,
That's absolutely incredible. Well, our next story is from Israel, but this one unfortunately does not have a happy ending. Now, recently we reported on a non-profit company called Space IL from Israel that officially launched the first private mission to the moon. Now, a remote-controlled vehicle called Bearsheet was sent up on board a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, and last week Thursday it finally landed on the moon, unfortunately not in one piece. Now, everything was going well until its engine failed during the landing phase. By the time the system rebooted, the poor lander was traveling too fast and it crashed into the moon at a speed of about 450 kilometers an hour. Now, it's a sad last goodbye, but Bearsheet did manage to snap and send this photograph back to Earth before plummeting onto the lunar surface. And technically speaking, technically speaking, they are the first private company to land on the moon, but it did come at a cost of around $100 million.
I want to say baby steps, but 100 million is quite a big
100 million is a big, but now Space IL has released a statement saying that they will be giving another mission, the mission at least a second chance.
This is going to be happening a lot now, guys. I mean, we've seen the black hole, which blew my mind, the fact that we've actually been able to do that. Now we've got our most recent updated picture of the moon. Soon we're going to have tourists going up to the moon. They're going to have a launch pad up there to launch other spacecraft, to get stuff to Mars. We're living in the future.
I'm just surprised at all the things coming out of Israel.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, the 3D printed heart.
Punching above their weight class. I love that, man. Well done.
That's amazing, man. Well, there's some tech stories to blow
Are we
your
underachievers?
mind.
I think we're underachieving in our life. Man.
Absolutely. Some tech stories. You can let us know what you thought about those tech stories, and if you want to weigh in, maybe you've come across an interesting tech story that you'd like us to share as well. Let us know on our social media pages, #Expresso Show.